My name is Giovanni Best. Today we'll be speaking on how it's possible to start your own business. By a show of hands, how many people are employees, are employed by someone right now? Okay. How many people are self-employed? A couple people. How many people would like to own their own business one day? Okay, so we have a room full of dreamers. That's a good one. So now, so what do you think the main reason that stops a person or yourself from going out and owning or starting their own business? Just one or two hands.
They don't have it in their mind. They don't believe they can do it.
They don't believe. Okay, one more.
They may think they don't have the money or may not have the money.
The money. Okay. So now today we're going to talk about those aspects. Can you turn over the picture, please? Now, these pictures are pictures of a young man. Actually, it's me. But that young man, he probably fits every stereotype you can name. The money, the knowledge, the education, the experience, everything. That young man was 18 years old at the time. Let me tell you a story about that. That gentleman right next to me, his name was Jack. So Jack, he was a truck driver. I know nothing about trucks. My father wasn't a truck driver. I knew nothing about trucks. But he came and he always had large sums of money. So one day he showed me, he said, he pulled out a large sum. I said, how much money is that? He said, $1,500. I said, $1,500? He said, yeah, I made that this week. I said, oh man, I want to make $1,500. So he said, well, just buy a truck. So I said, okay. So I ended up buying a truck. Didn't know anything about it, but I was hungry. Once you have a desire, that outweighs everything else. That desire, the education, the money. So I bought the truck. I put his cousin in the truck. 2 months later, he found out he had a 16-year-old daughter in North Carolina somewhere, and he had to pay child support. So now he's telling me, hey, G, I need to borrow this money to pay child support. They're going to take my license. Can I borrow X amount of dollars? So I said, man, I don't have that money. So I waited till the day before he was about to go to jail for his license. I ended up buying his truck and had him working for me. Within 2 years, I had 6 18-wheelers of my own. When I was 20 years old, I probably made my first $100,000. Before I was 30 years old, I made my first $1 million. Now, I don't say that to impress you. I say that to impress upon you that you can do it. Now, in that time frame, I made a lot of mistakes. I made millions of dollars, and I have lost millions of dollars as well. But I have learned through the process. So, with that said, let's speak about the facts what holds people back. Now, I did a survey of 75 students around the campus, 75. Out of those 75, 65 people were employed. No, excuse me. Out of those 75 people, 65 of those people said they wanted to own their own business one day, but they were stopped by some reason. So once I did the survey and asked a couple of questions, now when you asking a survey and you asking people questions, they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you the reasons, and a lot of it was funny, but they was naming stuff like confidence. They was naming stuff like money. They was naming stuff, a criminal record, creativity. One guy even told me, this was funny, he told me it was the white man. He told me that's what stopped Bill from getting the business. So now, what I did is, with that knowledge, I can pose the most three common factors that people said that stopped them from owning their own business. The first one, the first most common was fear and failure. So I just categorized and put those two together. Now, actually, fear is false appearance appearing real. So fear is not even real. That's like the boogeyman. That's something made up in your own mind. And failure is one of those things that you just have to embrace. You have to learn from it. You have to grow from your failure. So you have to learn from your failure. So let's talk about. You said you threw me off with that.
Just go right into the conclusion.
Okay. So my conclusion is where the three main focus was money, self-confidence, and the fear of failure. So with the main conclusion, pretty much to sum everything up, to overcome your self-confidence, you really have to surround yourself around positive people. You have to say, I am affirmations, I am smart, I am beautiful, I am strong. With the discipline part, you have to set goals. You have to be willing to do the things today that others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow that others won't have.